I'm going to be breaking down if Grigori Grabovoi is actually the reason why I'm here. So did Grigori Grabovoi get me here? The answer to that question, I'm going to break it down in a couple, mostly 3 different points in this episode. So first things first, I want to go over what has happened since the whole Grabovoi thing took off in 2021, and a lot has happened. I've reached over 1,000 subscribers to my YouTube community, which is awesome. I am so grateful for every single one of you. I have also launched another TikTok account where I took the principles from my Grabovoi account and I apply them to this new account, and I've reached 13.4 thousand on that account. So I am also, again, very grateful for the growth that I've seen in both of those communities. And in addition to not just the social media side of things, my life has entirely changed. I actually have 2 businesses. I have an online business and I have a hybrid business. It is both online and in person. And so I have actually been spending a lot of time with the hybrid business over the last, I want to say like 9 to 10 months. And that business has been doing extremely well. We have had multiple 10K months. We have been expanding. We actually just looked at a location that we are going to be likely renting, and we're really excited because that is going to be like the physical location that we're going to be working out of instead of working out of a shed. So it's really exciting because if you asked us that a year or 2 ago, it would like that we would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, we don't know where this is going to go. And here we are. And that business is literally going to become, like, to me, this physical address, this physical workspace is going to make it so much more real than it already is. So it has been doing really extremely well. What else has happened? Well, I am 38 weeks pregnant. Here is the belly, if you were curious. And what else has happened? Gosh, so much has happened since the whole Grigori Grabovoi thing. All of this stuff that I've been going over has been really good stuff, but don't get me wrong, there's been my fair share of like bad things happen as well. I had a really bad falling out with a coach from my prior years in the online space. I had a really bad falling out with her community because I was under the impression that because I wasn't paying her anymore, that I have no more connections to those people, which isn't entirely true, but it is also sort of true at the same time. I had a couple of health scares. I did get COVID in December of 2021. And I also have been going, because this baby is huge, back and forth to the cardiologist. So they're, checking out my heart and making sure that everything's going to be okay. So there have been, ups and downs since Grabovoi. And I want to dive into the question of if he was the one who got me here. And I actually have a very pronounced answer to this. So my answer is no. No, Grigori Grabovoi did not get me here. This is the breakdown. I have 3 points. The first point, the whole Grabovoi scenario allowed me to realize that it's actually myself who is in charge and in control. It's my mentality, it's my mindset that creates my reality. That's what this whole past year has definitely brought for me, because I was the one taking action. I was the one doing the steps. I was the one who was preparing myself to get me to this very moment. The second point is that it allowed me to understand how I cultivate community and how I communicate with people and how I create relationships. And that comes from me. That's how I did it, not how Grigory Grabovoi does it. So no, those codes did not get me to do any of the social building that I did, any of the mindset work that I've done. Grigory Grabovoi did not do any of this, okay? What I have realized is that so frequently people look for a solution outside of themselves, whether it's another person, whether it's fame, whether it's money, whether it's fortune. Fortune and money are the same. Whether it's relationships, whether it's their health, right? Like, they think that the solution is outside of them and external to what you are experiencing. So let's just make an example out of this so that it's a little bit easier to digest and easier to understand. People who have, let's just say, a hard time financially, they think that money is the solution, right? Because if I just get more money, or if you just get more money, or if somebody gives me more money, then it can fix the problem that I'm having over here. It's not really how it works. Money is not going to change your situation. Your issue that you are experiencing is the beliefs and the thoughts and the actions and the behaviors that you have around money. So when the money does eventually come in, because it will, when the money comes in, what ends up happening is, because you think that money is the problem, you believe that you have to spend it a certain way. So when you go to take an action, you put it towards your debt, or towards food out, or towards, I don't know, like a car. And then you go and you do these things, but you're not seeing wealth accrue. You're not seeing your wealth build. And therefore, you don't feel as if you have reached that level of financial freedom. So it's not that money externally is the answer. It's not. The answer is inside of you. You get to go through this transformation. You get to go through this journey where you learn how to properly build wealth. You learn how to properly allocate your funds. You learn how to get yourself out of a financial bind. That is all you. That's inside of you. You have to find the feeling. You have to find the motivation. You have to find what it takes internally for you to get there externally. Our lives are like mirrors. Anything that's on the outside is technically a reflection of what's inside. And for a lot of us, it takes us getting to the lowest point before we can even get to the highest one. So think about that, because money can't help you get there. Grigory Grabovoi can't help you get there. You have this awesome responsibility to take yourself there. You get to do this. It's pretty cool, because you get to find your own way how to do it. And you get to share that way. And you get to transform other people's lives. And you get to, share that with the world. Think about it. You could put it any place. Literally, I'm recording a video and putting it into the middle of the public on YouTube right now, right? So you can absolutely do that. It's pretty motivating. It's pretty inspiring when you think about it at the end of the day, because you get to share this, and you get to transform other people because of your words, because of what you have to offer them, your value. And how fucking cool is that, right? So those were two topics for me. The last topic that really allowed for me to realize and understand that this was not from his doing at all. And it was not from the codes. And it was not really from, any of that journey that I went through. Was that it allowed me to realize what's possible for me. It opened up my mind to possibility that I didn't realize I had before. And it opened up my realm to taking risks, to taking chances, to taking opportunities that I might not have otherwise taken. So that's all on me. I made those decisions. I made those choices. I took those actions. Nobody else. I chose that. Those were my choices. And I could have chose very differently, right? Like if I had I gone in a different direction last summer and I didn't get into this, falling out with a community and that coach, then I would probably be in a vastly different position today. But I can't tell you what it would be because I don't know. Maybe I would be better off in terms of my health. Maybe I would be better off in terms of, I don't know. I don't even know that I could come up with another thing other than my health, because that's really been the biggest thing that I have been having the most amount of scares with, between the throat abscess and the COVID and all this other stuff. But had I not gotten into that situation and had I continued to go down that path, my life right now would look very different. And I don't know that I would want to trade that in, because right now, with the business doing as well as it is, now I get to spend a little bit more time back on my online pursuits. Now I get to have a physical location other than my home to register everything to. That is exciting. And that happened because I took action. That happened because I tuned inward. That happened because I realized what's possible. I did it from within myself. Nobody else did it for me. And nobody else brought that to me. So that's really powerful, because that allows you to see that you are in charge of your destiny and you are capable of making anything possible. And that, when I was asked the other day what my purpose in life is, I was like, my purpose in life is to help others understand that anything is possible for them. You are completely capable of doing absolutely everything. It starts inside of you. That is my mission. That is what I am here to help you transform. It's part of your business. It's part of your lifestyle. It's part of your social media. It's part of all of these different facets. But you ultimately can get yourself where it is that you foresee yourself going. So I really wanted to share that today, because that question has been sitting on me for a couple days now, and I wanted to make a video about it so that you can understand that no, the whole thing about Grigory Grabovoi, blowing up and allowing me to have that enormous opportunity. Yeah, it was great. I got social media marketing positions. I got so much opportunity thrown my way. And the thing is, he was the tool to help me realize that it was within me the whole time. People would probably be like, that's gross that you're leaving that on camera. But in all honesty, it's fucking real. And you know what? I'm not gonna sugarcoat bullshit. I am here to be real with you. So that's me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I want to know your thoughts. Definitely leave me your comments down below. And if you have been watching for a while, definitely let me know if you think it's because of, the Grabovoi Codes, or if you think it's because you finally realize that you have the potential and the possibility to change your life. And ultimately, if If that's your route, then I am so happy for you. You are my people, and I want to get you into a Zoom call, and like I want to understand, your story, and I want to understand and hear from you what it was that really set that off for you. If you have not yet already, be sure to subscribe and click the notifications button, because this is the journey. We're going to be going over all of it. I'm really excited because that's what we're here to do, to talk about how anything is possible when you want to transform your life. So thank you for tuning in. As always, would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, everything. And I cannot wait to share more with you coming up next week. Bye.